Hey guys, this is Mill. Today we're gonna talk about the movie I just saw last night. It's Spider-Man Far Away from Home. I just want to say it is a really good movie. Um, I'm gonna tell also that I'm gonna say this too that there's some spoilers alert on this video or this talk show. Anyway, with me watching this movie, I've always been a Spider-Man fan, and seeing the movie was really exciting for me. I was like, man, I saw the movie Spider-Man Homecoming. It was really good, but this one, I had a little bit of a, mm, I hate to say it, a little bit, some part of a disappointment on this movie. I know this is just a sequel on Spider-Man movies that's gonna be coming up, but anyway, the first 30 minutes was kind of like really kind of slow. Um, I really did enjoy the CGI, but there's some part of the CGI that I think there's like a miss. Spider-Man's starting to look a little bit. I can tell that it's CGI now than the other movie. I don't know if it's they're cutting on the budget of the movie where they're like not putting as much work. I don't know, but I can tell where some part of the Spider-Man movie, where Peter Parker or Spider-Man was actually a CGI. So I was just able to tell on that. I did not like that at all. It kind of took away from the story of the movie. So anyway, another thing too that the first 30 minutes, like it felt like they were just there was no story at all. They were just really like having a vacation in Europe, and they're just shooting, on their vacation. So it just that's how it felt. So it was kind of boring to me. There's nothing really going on until Mysterio, of course, came in, and all the elementals start coming in, and but they start coming in about like 30 minutes later. So I did not like that. There's some part of the movie that was not really sticking to me as a movie watcher. I'm not really getting some of the story the first 40 or 30 minutes of the movie. So I wasn't really feeling the movie. So I don't know. It's probably just me. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I always been, and I always follow through. And I can tell also like Tom Holland is getting older. Like you can see his age. They're trying to keep him young. He's aging. So um, yeah. Another thing too with the story that uh, Tony Stark gave him these glasses. I kind of figure out from that point, like, okay, I think that's why Mysterio is actually doing all this, you know, doing all this trickery to Peter Parker. But I'm still trying to figure out how how they know that Peter Parker was gonna be given those glasses or edit. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. And towards the end, towards the movie, of course, Aunt May and Happy was having kind of a love affair and stuff. They're just kind of insinuating, and then of course Peter Parker is going through his love life with MJ, and then of course there's some additional information, like additional part of the movie where they show Spider-Man actually changing costume into this black undercover Spider-Man. I never seen that costume before. Like I said, I've been Spider-Man movie. I don't know what that Spider-Man costume was the purpose of it was. But anyway, but with this with Mysterio and stuff, I still didn't see the connection. You know, so I just felt like they made this movie around that vacation. To me, So I don't know. It's just me probably, but yeah. Anyway, what I like about the movie was the costume was okay. It was pretty okay. They kind of try to stick to the original Spider-Man costume, but they make it into this darker blue and then kind of like flat matte red costume. What else? The first part of the movie, they showed Spider-Man with Iron Spider, which is really cool. I just thought that it was kind of like dorky with the Iron Spider just talking, doing some charity work with Aunt May. That was interesting. What else? Mysterio's costume. Well, Mysterio's costume. It was they try to stick to the original costume from the animation, which is really great. Um, and then towards the end, when Peter Parker actually kind of killed Mysterio, they showed that the costume itself was being made, and also he wasn't even wearing a costume. It was all projection, so which is really cool. And then how Peter Parker owned part of stock Tony Stark's technology, um, using all those drones. I think there's a little bit of political thing going on here with drones and stuff, where they're talking about like the whole drone, how can I to me like it became a little bit political too, because I'm a drone pilot also. So they're showing that so many drones can do so many things. It can assassinate. I mean, all that stuff just kind of adds politics to the movie. um, but in my opinion, I think I know they're just telling a story. Uh, okay, let's go way ahead towards the end. With Nick Fury being deceived by Mysterio, and everything was a projection, and then towards the end, um, him trying to connect to Peter Parker was pretty interesting. Um, Peter Parker was just trying to live as this kid, because he's trying to connect with Mary Jane, and of course, Mary Jane discovering him as Spider Man, got complicated. But I want to say that it's just the movie itself was. I want to say there's not a lot of excitement going on with that movie, unless not till towards the end that I saw, where Mysterio exposed Peter Parker as Spider-Man to the public and the Daily Bugle and all that stuff, and he had this look in his face. It was kind of funny, but anyway, my whole opinion to summarize the whole thing, I think this Far Away from Home was a vacation for the film crew. In my opinion, they made a movie out of it. They tried to make a story out of it, and I mean, I know this is probably planned, but still, it just felt like they were just taking a vacation in Europe and having fun. Of course, that's fun. That's fun of making movies, having fun. But it doesn't feel like a movie. This Spider-Man: Homecoming wasn't. There's no movie feeling to it. It doesn't feel like a movie. I mean, Mysterio. I know in the whole situation there was no real danger for the character. No sense of danger because you know it's all projection. So yeah. But I mean, if I'm gonna rate this movie, probably like a 7. Compared to the Homecoming, Homecoming was 9. So it was Homecoming was really good. They made the movie really great. But the Far Away from Home, it's a little bit out there. There's not a lot of extra information that's putting in, except for Mysterio and the Jamison from Daily Bugle. That was funny. I laughed at that. And yeah. Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe. This is Mill, and stay awesome. And this is my review for the um, Spider-Man Far Away from Home. Have a good day, guys. Take care.